Alright YouTube, what's up? I'm home chilling, and I was just reading a comment from one of my subscribers, and thank you for commenting. And it was about the customer who was telling me how to do my job. And this was the Toyota. So we had rattling exhaust shield, wires holding it on. We had flange leaking at the gasket between the Y pipe and the muffler assembly. We had a flange that was in bad shape in the Y pipe. We also had Jason Anderson, baby, watching Moto. The center pipe had a hole in it before the muffler. The muffler had holes in it, and then it goes up to the tailpipe. Both flanges were rotted off. The tailpipe was swinging. So when we're inspecting the front of the exhaust system, the customer's out in the parking lot pointing to the back of his car like, I don't know what I'm doing. I completely understand what he was saying when he came in, that he just wanted to patch without saying he wanted to patch. And if it's possible, we offer that service. I have many videos showing customers on if the rest of the system is in good shape and there's no issues anywhere else, be more than happy to patch your exhaust system up as long as it's good, has good integrity, and I can repair it safely and properly. Once you're past the point of one failed section, another failed section, another failed section, I have to go in there with sawzalls and vibrating equipment or torches and welders, and the rest of your 25-year-old exhaust system is still intact, but once I touch it, it may start falling apart more. And trust me, I've been doing this 30 years in the exhaust business, that you don't think I've tried helping people who don't have money. And you know what it winds up costing me? A headache, a complaint. It wasn't like this until you touched it. My muffler's melted in the back. And story after story after story. It was quieter when it was leaking before you worked on it. And as I explained to him, that when I touch another section, other sections that are in bad shape fall apart. That's why I said, this is what you need minimum. Other than that, you need a whole entire exhaust system. And obviously, replacing the whole entire exhaust system for people who are in search of minimum repairs or patches is obviously way outside their reach. Replacing a whole exhaust system, right? So it's not that I don't work with AKA you classified poor people. There's ways for you to make money every day. And I think some people just make a conscious choice to live that lifestyle. And you don't have to. Many ways of you making money to take care of yourself, to take care of your car, take care of your family, take care of everything. So when someone says that, you know, I get it. I go to work and put in 50, 60, sometimes 70 hours a week. And do I help people that are financially struggling? Absolutely, by giving them the best price and excellent service and quality. And then we end up doing more work than we need to. So just for instance, we had a power steering pump bolt break in an engine block. It's not our fault. It happened. Extra tools, extra equipment, extra time. I didn't bother the customer for that a little bit of time. The lady with the control arms that had someone else do the control arms, and the subframe was elongated. We fixed that for free for her. I didn't charge her any extra money, and her car had tons of issues. But that's what I needed to do to fix that component right then and there. You know, and I didn't bother. So did I help her? Yes. Does she know I helped her? Well, I did a video on it, but she probably doesn't know what it takes, and not every customer needs to know what it takes as we're doing the job. But when I look at a system and see that it's in bad shape, why would you want to touch it? It's like walking on thin ice. You don't know when it's going to give or give out or what else is going to happen. So yes, I have. Just work on this part. This is all I can afford. And then the exhaust system falls off. And then, well, I told you I don't have any money, and you said you were going to patch it. That's why I don't do that. I have another car in the shop that a few months ago, in July, he came in with a Ford Flex, I think it is. And as soon as he came to the counter, he said, I don't want to replace the whole exhaust system. I just want to patch. So that challenges me already with a customer when they're starting at the bottom of the empty barrel for me to help them. So I bring the car in. It's got multiple other issues besides the exhaust system. Probably at least 10 other system failures. So I put the car up in the air. I see where it had some previous work done at my shop 8 years ago, if you remember the conversation. And then just after that repair, it needed three repairs to fix the exhaust system, which isn't even replacing everything. It's just another repair to the system. And that patch up work was to the tune of $600. So the guy kind of lost his mind. And then we told him there's multiple other issues with your car. And who shows up tonight dropping his car off? Almost 7, 8 September, almost 2.5 months later. This guy, right? We looked at his car. We told him what was going on. We explained to him you're past an $80 or $100 patch on your 200,000 mile car, your 25-year-old vehicle. And he came in sweet as pie tonight because you know why? He went to other probably shops and they told him the same thing. You need an exhaust expert and a specialist if you're not willing to replace the whole exhaust system. And I'm sure even the slop shops out there have their limitations on just patching up an exhaust system that's in bad in 3 or 4 different sections. Now, I don't know this for a fact, but I know a shop that just, bring it down. We can patch it up. And then when they look at it and they say, well, yeah, we can't patch it up, we think the customer's saying, well, you said you could patch it. I want to eliminate that type of environment. I would never give somebody the idea that I could fix their car with Band-Aid, duct tape, zip ties, and glue. It's just not how we do business. So, at my point with the people who come in like this, poor or not, or they could lie. They could be zillionaires and just trying to get you to do something for cheap or free or whatever the case may be. You never know what people's motives are. And that's just the world we live in today. So that's why I say if someone says, I just want to patch at the counter, chances are they were someplace else. I can't say that for sure. But somebody planted a seed in their mind if they're not car people. And even I have car people who send me exhaust jobs who can't check an exhaust system properly. Tell me it just needs a patch or it just needs a gasket. And they're completely wrong. This is guys that have been in the business for years, but they don't do exhaust system work. They're not specialists at it. That's why they send it to me. But 95% of all my accounts who send me exhaust work, who say that it needs this, is never right. It's usually more, in very slim cases, that it is just a flex pipe or a patch or a flange. Especially on a car that's 20 or 30 years old. Very unlikely. So it's not that someone said I don't like poor people. That's not the case. I was poor. I still consider myself poor today. A poor working man. But it was nice to see the one customer come back and who was obviously he had to go someplace else because he was at Pep Boys for regular maintenance and his car's a wreck. So he's been declining work where Pep Boys hasn't been bringing it to his attention to multiple safety issues. And I'm sure Pep Boys, because they don't do exhaust work, told him he needed an exhaust system. And then when he already had his courage up when he would come to Meineke, you're just going to patch my exhaust and I'm going to get out of here for 25 cents and I'm going to be on my way. Well, then we had to just say, Mr. Customer, sorry, you either need an entire exhaust system or you have to do what I say to save yourself the most amount of money. So he was back today. He was very nice. His attitude was dialed back because he probably got a taste of reality someplace else or other places. And then he said, hey, the engine light's on. You said that. He said, your suspension's got issues. I think I want to definitely do the exhaust. He definitely wants to do the minimum exhaust repair. And he would like to see why the gas cap plate is constantly on and fix some of his suspension work. So, sometimes some people need a taste of reality and go out there and see what it's like. You're not going to Mavis and getting a patch or, a flex pipe or Firestone or Goodyear or Mr. Tire or nobody like that. You need an exhaust specialist to help you in that situation, to provide, even the dealership. They don't do that crap. They're going to tell you to go to Meineke and let those guys take care of it. Because all they know is you need a whole exhaust system, and that's what it is today. But it's not that I don't help challenged financially people. We do it every day. My labor rates are cheaper. My labor rate is far less than the other shops within 10 miles of my location. So there is a benefit already. But I can't work for free, and I'm not going to do crappy work consciously. We're just not going to do it. I'm not going to patch one section of his car, then have the rest of the exhaust system fall off on the ground, then hear him say that he doesn't have any money to do anything with it, and then what do I got to do? Fix it for free? Or just hand him the pieces that fell off and say, hey, dude, you still owe me $100? understand? It's just, we just eliminate that crap. Well, you don't want to fix it my way? Here's your key, sir. Go on your way. Figure it out, you know? It's what you got to do. You know, you got to put food on the table. You got to go figure it out. You got to pay your bills. You got to go figure it out. It's not that I don't know why you say that I don't like poor people. I come from a very poor family. Yeah, and then someone also said, and this is just not to be petty, that I talk about money all the time. So I watch South Main Auto Channel, and he's a great dude. And what does he say every time the engine light's on? The money light's on. Why do you think he is in business? The money light's on. It's about money. This is what we're doing. Money for experience, knowledge, and skills and parts and labor. That's how we work here. And we do work with people. We do it with that. We do it, and they don't even realize it. Some people, they're so caught up in their selves and their world, and they don't realize that the people across the counter can help you so much. You know, and Rachel and I are willing to do that. But you know, when you give us a barrel that's almost empty, you know, I can't put. What am I supposed to do? I can't start at the bottom and try and fix your car when you have issues. You have to give us something to work with, you know, and trying to get your car fixed today for under $100, if you think about it, because the labor rates in an average shop are $150 on up. To try and get your car fixed today for $100 is almost unattainable. Unattainable. So we do work with everybody, and this business is about money. But just to single me out and say all I do is talk about money, that's pretty crappy. You know, well-known channels out here, they might be saying it, not saying it verbally. South Main does, the money light, right? Check engine light. But whatever they're displaying to you is in exchange for money and services. Other than that, they wouldn't be doing it. So I hope that clears up. But I'll do a video on this Ford tomorrow, you know, the positive parts of my business, because there are so many negative parts. And it should be a pleasant experience to get your car fixed. It's rewarding. It's fulfilling. It's nice to hit your key and your car start, or hit your brakes and, you know, not pulsate or vibrate. You know, some people should take more pride in taking care of their cars as much as they take care of maybe themselves or their home, or if they don't take care of something. But yeah, I just wanted to clear it up. Thanks for watching.